All right, welcome back everybody to Learn Me Real Good. I'm John, your friendly foreman.
And I'm Randy. John, you sound a little rough around the edges today.
Yeah, fighting off a bit of a cold, but the work doesn't stop and neither do we. Before we get started, like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new episodes. This is episode 3, and today, we're tackling a big one. How to ask for clarification. Politely.
This is so important. We're talking about what to do when your boss gives you instructions, but maybe you don't understand 100%.
Exactly. A lot of guys, especially if English isn't their first language, they just nod and say yes because they don't want to look like they don't understand. But let me tell you, as a foreman, I would much rather you ask a question than do the job wrong.
What happens when someone just guesses?
Oh, it's a disaster. Best case, we have to do rework. That means tearing out what you just did and doing it again. Waste time, waste material.
Rework. That's a key word right there. Doing the work over again.
Worst case, it's a huge safety problem. You cut a hole in the wrong spot, you might hit an electrical line. You build something that's not to code, it could fail later. Asking questions shows you care about quality and safety. It's the mark of a good worker.
Okay, so let's get into the practical side. What are some good, simple phrases someone can use if they're unsure?
Let's start super simple. If I'm talking too fast or the site is noisy, you can just say, "Sorry, can you say that again?" Or even more casual, "Come again?" I hear that all the time.
Can you say that again? And come again? Got it. What if you heard the words, but you're not sure about the location or the measurement?
Great question. That's when you bring in the blueprints, or as we call them, the prints. You can say, "Can you show me what you mean on the prints?" This is a fantastic phrase. It takes the pressure off your language skills and puts the focus right on the plan.
Right. Can you show me what you mean on the prints? That seems really useful.
It is. Now, my favorite technique, the one that really prevents mistakes, is repeating the instruction back to the person.
Okay, how does that sound?
You use the phrase, "So just to be clear," or, "Okay, so just to confirm." And then you say what you think you heard. Let's try it. "Randy, I need you to frame out this wall. Standard 16 on center, but leave a rough opening for a 30 by 68 door on the north end."
Okay, so just to be clear, John, you want the wall framed with studs 16 inches on center, and you need a rough opening that's 38 inches wide for a 3-foot door on that end of the wall?
See? Perfect. You just confirmed the stud spacing, the size of the opening, and the location. Now I know that you know, and we can both relax. That phrase, "just to be clear," is golden.
Okay, let's review those 3. Can you say that again? Can you show me on the prints? And just to be clear. Now, here's a tougher situation. What happens if the foreman tells you to do something, but the prints show something different?
This happens daily. It's called a field adjustment or a change order. The plans change. The key is to never ever just assume. You have to ask.
What's a good way to phrase that without sounding like you're questioning the boss's authority?
A great respectful way to say it is, "Hey boss, I see the prints show the window here, but you said to move it 6 inches to the left. Just wanted to double check which one you want me to follow."
Just wanted to double check. That's a good one. It's polite and shows you're paying attention to details.
Exactly. Or you could say, "Could you clarify this for me? I want to make sure I get it right." No foreman is going to get mad at that. Getting it right is our job. This is about protecting yourself too. We have a saying, CYA, cover your butt.
CYA. By asking for clarification on a change, you make sure that if anyone asks later why it's different from the prints, the foreman is responsible, not you.
You got it. All right, let's do one more quick role play. I'll give you an instruction.
Hit me.
Okay, Randy. Before you drywall this kitchen wall, I need you to install some blocking for the kitchen uppers. Put it at 54 inches off the finished floor.
Okay, boss, could you clarify something for me? When you say 54 inches, is that to the top of the blocking or to the center of it?
Good question. Let's make it 54 inches to the center.
Got it. And just to confirm, you want standard 2x6 for the blocking?
Yep, 2x6 will do it. See that? 2 simple questions and now you can do the job perfectly the first time. No rework, no guessing. That's how a professional works.
That's great advice, John. But what about the flip side? What happens if someone was nervous, they didn't ask for clarification, and now they've made a mistake? I think a lot of people's first instinct is to panic and maybe even try to hide it. What's the best way to handle that tough situation?
That's a tough but critical situation. The absolute worst thing you can do is hide a mistake. A small problem that can be fixed in 5 minutes can turn into a huge, expensive, and dangerous problem if it gets covered up with drywall. The moment you realize you've messed up, you walk over to your foreman and you say, "Hey boss, I made a mistake." You show them what happened. Yeah, they might be annoyed for a second, but they will respect you for owning it. Honesty is everything in this trade. It builds trust, and trust is more important than any single mistake.
The key takeaway here seems to be, don't be afraid to speak up. It's better to ask a simple question than to make a costly mistake.
So true, Randy. That's the entire lesson right there. Use those phrases. Can you say that again? Show me on the prints. Just to be clear. And I made a mistake. They will make you a better, safer, and more valuable worker on any job site.
Excellent stuff, John. Even with that cold, you're sharp as a tack.
Have to be. All right, that just about does it for us today. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Learn Me Real Good.
Join us next time for episode 4, Basics in Talking About Tools and Materials.
You don't want to miss it. Stay safe out there and don't be afraid to ask.